just jumping right in. I have the best mother in the universe for me. Thank you, Mom, for everything you've done. Happy belated birthday. Brandon apologizes that
totally my fault that your son forgot your birthday.
That we didn't have time last week, apparently, to wish you happy birthday. So happy birthday. Hope you had a good week. That's number one. Number two, and this is really kind of the bulk of what we wanted to talk about today. And please, it's a tag team as usual. Certainly, our hearts go out to what's happening in Los Angeles regarding the fires down there. What we're doing is kind of multifold. We're going to have an item on our February 3rd City Council meeting. And we had a meeting this week with Chief Tomasi, Chief Miller, our fire chief, and Commander Trayer. And the commander and I are working together, putting together some slides about what we've done to prepare for wildfire and fires in general, and then what we're doing on an ongoing basis. So Jermel, our building official, will likely be there to talk about building safety issues as well. We're going to talk about the Community Wildfire Protection Plan, which the council adopted last year, the exercising of fire hydrants and what Cal-Am, our investor-owned utility, does to exercise and test those fire hydrants. Chief Tomasi will talk about our evacuation plan. We'll talk about the Carmel Forest Management Plan. So our city forester, Justin Ono, will likely be there as well. That's been a plan we've been working on for some time. We may have a slide or two on Carmel Prepares, because again, we've been having these meetings at Sunset. Wanda Vollmer, who deals with disaster preparedness so ably and is one of our CERT captains, may offer some suggestions. And then we're also going to talk about testing our air raid siren. Again.
Yeah,
we'll probably do that. We'll probably announce it. We want to make sure we don't freak people out, but on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah.
But we'll do that after the February 3rd meeting.
Right.
In addition, Graham Robertson from the Carmel Residents Association has announced, he asked me if we could take part in a tableside chat to talk about with our chiefs and maybe our building official, maybe you, maybe me, we'll see, about these same topics. So this would be a CRA event on Thursday, the 6th of February. Probably in the early evening, late afternoon, early evening at the Women's Club. So just the same format that we've used in the past, or maybe Carpenter Hall, I don't know. But we'll get a lot more information out about that next week. But it'll be kind of the same topics and an opportunity, I believe, for the public to ask questions of our chiefs as well.
Yeah, the upshot is, I mean, you can always do more in preparation, but we're in a good position in that the city and our partners have been working on wildfire prevention for a few years now. That was, culminated in this community wildfire prevention program that you talked about.
Yeah.
And so we want to share that with the community. So that's going to be the February 3rd and the CRA meeting. And then also talk about, is there anything that we learned from the fires down south that we could do more preparation?
Right.
And so we're really hopeful to get a good turnout for those. We'll record all those meetings, of course. But that's really, this isn't like a reactionary thing. This is, we've got a lot of plans in place.
Yeah, I think that's
we want to make sure people know about them.
A really important note. Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, we have the council and the city has invested in fuel load reduction, in Mission Trail Nature Preserve. The fire department, our fire department does windshield surveys of all properties every year, and we'll certainly, at your request, go on private property for consultation about how to harden your property against wildfire. We've removed a lot of acacia, a lot of invasives, acacia, the eucalyptus that we've removed, again, in our parks and our open space properties. So again, and that's going to continue as we move into the budget season. So that's something we'll be recommending as part of the budget. The last leg of this three-legged stool, I guess it is our fire department will be holding an event in Monterey, probably at the conference center. And at that meeting as well, they'll have their experts as well as our local utilities like, again, Cal-Am and Pacific Gas and Electric, the other investor-owned utility. And that will also be covering, what efforts we collectively have done in our own village. So that'll be kind of co-hosted, if you will, by the city of Monterey, the city of Carmel-by-the-Sea, and the city of Pacific Grove,
right.
At the very least. Monterey Fire, of course, covers Del Mesa Village. the Navy School, and the City of Sand as well. So, oh, I'm sorry, and the airport.
Yep.
So,
right.
Anyway, fire safety is certainly at the forefront of our minds, and that's what we're doing.
Yeah. So keep an eye out. We'll advertise these in the Friday letter. We'll work with Mary and the Pine Cone.
Yeah.
To get those in there. Because we really do want as many people to come as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's what I
That's
have.
what you got? Okay.
Thank you.
On top of all of that, we had a lot of meetings this week. Four public meetings. We didn't get to 5 this week. We decided to not have one today. But we had city council Monday, Tuesday, a lot of good work. They were lighter agendas because we had a city council meeting the previous week. But we still talked about at-home letter delivery, the service that we have, and we talked about numerous other things. On Wednesday, we had a planning commission meeting, your typical development projects, but there was a really robust policy conversation on alternative roof materials, one of which is metal roofs, which we're all aware of. But of course, very topical with what's happened in Southern California. So that conversation's ongoing, and we'll continue that next month at the Planning Commission. We're coming back with a more refined policy. We're getting to a point where, where is a metal roof appropriate? Is a metal roof appropriate? Are there other Class A type of roofs that are equally as fire safe, but also still honoring the design traditions of the city? That's really what we're trying to blend here is the reality of the world we live in with climate change and wildfire, and still protecting the architectural integrity and the design traditions of the village.
Right.
So we're trying to blend all that.
That's the balance.
Yep. And then yesterday we had our Forest and Beach Commission met, and pickleball was, of course, one of the topics. So thanks to everybody all this week for all the extra effort, our staff, our boards and commission members, our city council members. It takes a lot of work, and it's been, it's been a busy week.
And the members of the public who took the time to come out.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm always impressed by those folks.
It's great. Thank you for being involved.
And then the last bit is just to remind people we are closed on Monday in observation of Martin Luther King Day. So we will have all of our emergency services as usual. If you need us, call the police department, not 911 unless it's an emergency. If it's an emergency, please do call 911. But City Hall, Public Works buildings will be closed. But we'll be back on Tuesday.
Back on Tuesday.
All right. And that's all I got, sir.
All right. That's all I got, sir.
Okay.
And until then,
take good care.